that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons.
Set 70, Indy.
Keep tight. We got four.
5.
On 1st and 10, Fowler. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
QB's traps. Let's go.
Coaching spill. Hit.
On first down, it's McBride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 97 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line is going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Novak. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Double time, double time. 4 down.
And they give this time to the tailback. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fowler got a man. It's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This quarterback now 8 of 8 throwing the football in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple of extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He wasn't ready.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Now. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun on 3rd down. Novak got a man. It's Ross, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Throwing on 1st down. Novak.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence. When in doubt.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Fowler. And an alley to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
And here now come the Falcons. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Fowler nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Hey, let's go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, Novak. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Oh, the Falcons fly in and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6, and the Falcons have taken the lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. On 2nd down now, it's McBride, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Nice 7.
53, Mike.
Ready?
To throw on third down. Novak escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 23 yards on the tuck and run. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun. Novak flush to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. This is caught inside the 15. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And some strong running. And another tackle broken. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt them deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to throw. Fowler, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fowler. This will be caught by Brown.
Let's go, get set.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game,
the Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Eluding the pressure right. This is complete to Hawkins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
18 Gator. Go. Hey, Delta. Ready?
On first down, Novak steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McBride. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Here we go. 30 base. Hey, exit.
53, line 53.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
53.
Go.
53, check 53. Check the out, check the out, check the out. 53 is the mic.
Move.
53 is the mic.
Big grip.
Looking to throw. Novak flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron
You
Jones.
see me out here? That's right.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Check 3. Double tight, guys, double tight.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. On the double.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Get in the way.
Alpha.
Let's go, let's go.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Novak.
Let's go.
He's able to find Hawkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Novak escaping the pressure right. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You better be ready next time.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fowler. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Looking to throw. Novak flush to his right. Now he's going to throw. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Novak. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 4 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Wide open receiver complete.
Receiver downfield offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fowler firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Fowler. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken inside his own 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Novak. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Hey, Haywood!
To throw on third down. Novak eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Let's go, fellas.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Back to throw. Fowler. Man open left side is Brown. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Throwing to start the drive. Novak over the middle, complete. It's McBride. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. To throw on 2nd down. Novak flushed out right. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Hawkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they got it to the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Novak. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
2nd and long. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. McBride, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Back to throw. Fowler. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fowler able to find Shaheen here. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Ready, set. Ready.
Off play action. Fowler. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
And he's going to go down again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Check. Crunch. Bang.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the twist.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's McBride. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll keep it on the ground. McBride stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Hey, exit.
Mike, 53.
Get it.
On 4th down, Novak rolling to his right. Got a man open, it's Ross. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th. Unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Looking to throw. Fowler throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island.
Back to throw. Fowler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And